Keeping up with our motto, let learning be a joy and teaching a pleasure. Here we are with a remote teaching and learning process to bridge the gap. Happy learning, students.
Dear student, today we are going to see chapter number 1, Basic Concept in Geometry, Practice Set 1.3, Part 6. Let's start. Question number 2. Write converse of the following statements. Here we have the first statement. The alternate angles formed by two parallel lines and their transversals are congruent. Right? We have to write the converse of the statement. So what we will do first, we'll convert this statement in if-then form. Right? Why to convert this statement in if-then form? Because we know the converse of the statement means interchanging of antecedent and consequent of the statement. Okay, and to know the antecedent and consequent of the statement, we need to convert in if-then form. So look at the statement. Here we have one helping verb, that is are, right? A-R-E. After are, whatever is given, that would be consequent. What is given after are? That is congruent. So the congruent is consequent, right? It has to be written after the word then. So what is congruent in the statement? The alternate angles are congruent. So the alternate angles are congruent would be are consequent. It is a part of the statement which follow the word then. And whatever is left in the statement, that would be the antecedent. So what is left in this? Two parallel lines and their transversals. So if then form of the statement is, if two lines are parallel, then the alternate angles formed by their transversals are congruent. Right? It is if then form. Now what is the antecedent in this? Two lines are parallel. And what is the consequent? The alternate angles formed by their transversals are congruent. Now we'll interchange antecedent with the consequent to get the converse of the statement. Okay, let's see. So here we will write, if alternate angles formed by two lines and their transversals are congruent, then the lines are parallel. Right? So if the statement is not in if-then form, convert the statement in if-then form and then interchange antecedent and consequent to get the converse of the given statement. Now here we have the second question. If a pair of the interior angles made by a transversal of two lines are supplementary, then the lines are parallel. This statement is already in if-then form. So it's easy to identify the antecedent and consequent in this statement. So what is the antecedent over here? A pair of the interior angles made by transversal of two lines are supplementary. And what is the consequent? The lines are parallel. So we'll interchange here antecedent and consequent. We will get a new statement, and that new statement will be known as converse of the given statement. So your new statement would be, if two parallel lines are intersected by a transversal, then the interior angles so formed are supplementary. Now here we have the third question. The diagonals of a rectangle are congruent. Okay, so we will write this statement in if-then form. So look at over here, this sentence has one helping verb, that is are, A-R-E. After are it is given congruent, and that word congruent is consequent. So what is a congruent in the statement? Diagonals are congruent. So diagonals are congruent is consequent. It means it has to be written after the word then. And what is left now here? Rectangle. That would be the antecedent. It has to be written after the word if. So if then form statement of the given statement will be, if the quadrilateral is rectangle, then the diagonals are congruent. Now we will interchange antecedent and consequent of the statement. We will get a new statement, that is, if the diagonals of quadrilateral are congruent, then quadrilateral is rectangle. So this is a converse of the given statement.